Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome to the annual Ghost Town Pumpkin Festival, which is something really rather special actually, because what this is an annual online Halloween pumpkin carving event created and hosted by Adam Robinson Yu, the same chappie who made the excellent A Short Hike. But the especially interesting thing about this game is he just turns the servers on around Halloween time. So, okay, let's just jump into this because it is absolutely cocking delightful. It is also perhaps the single most Halloween-y game that has ever been created. So, naturally, we've got to design a ghost, because only ghosts are allowed to go to the Pumpkin Festival. And here's something rather delightful, by the way. Number one, literally anyone can play this game because it's pay what you want. Go to the link in the description below, you can download this for free and dive into a really bloody lovely Halloween game at no cost. And number two, if you choose to pay $2 or any more than that, you get to wear a selection of silly hats. And seriously, there are few things I value more highly in this world than a selection of silly hats. So okay, now that we are looking, absolutely bloody fabulous and whatnot, let's jump into the actual event proper because, yes, this game is basically a delightful hybrid of an old school kitschy spook house and also an online pumpkin carving festival, because every single pumpkin that you see here has been created by somebody who has downloaded and played this game. You can carve pumpkins and just, put them wherever you want to, inside this big old spooky town. Oh, it's just such an adorable, cute idea. So, okay, I have not carved a pumpkin of my own just yet. I just want to, go around, explore the town, get a bit of inspiration. So, we've got the absolute classics right here. Kind of, very Jack Skellington, this pumpkin. Very, very nice indeed. And then we've got some slightly more creative ones. So, say here, for example, a pumpkin using negative space to create the image of a dog and a pumpkin at night. Now, that I like. And if you decide you like a pumpkin, you could just mark that it's liked. I've just taken that up to 69. Magnificent. And on top of that, by interacting with the pumpkin, I can see how many awards it's got. Because I can give one award badge per day to a pumpkin of my choosing. Okay, we're going to be exploring around, trying to find some really good pumpkins before I decide which one's going to get the awards. And you probably already guessed, every other ghost is in fact another person. Placing their pumpkins in empty spots, judging the pumpkins that exist. I quite enjoy, yes, this rather lovely musical note. There are big pumpkins, little pumpkins, excellent Ratatouille pumpkin right there. That's being marked with a like. Beautiful. Oh, hang the cock on. Look at this bloody work of art over here. This is proper 3D artwork here. So, yeah, someone has done artwork in the back and then artwork in the foreground and door and window and whatnot to create a multi-angle. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, now that's rather special, actually. Okay, maybe a reference to something, I'm not sure, but I mean, that's got to be a candidate for the ribbon right there. That's a cocking star of a pumpkin. Though there are also just, some really bloody nice classic ones. Like, okay, this is a fairly classic pumpkin, but just the detail in the carving of the teeth and the eyes and whatnot, that's nice, actually. That's really nice. And yeah, as I say, this is like an entire town filled with all sorts of little secrets and whatnot. So, what I've discovered so far is, yes, there are various, small things you can't fit through. But if you interact with a mushroom, it's a magical shrinking mushroom that lets you get inside the church. So, okay. A negative, non-existent black hole pumpkin. That's kind of cool as an idea, and you know what? That's very appropriate. Someone just put, a simple cross pumpkin in the main position in a church where the altar would be. That's fair. That's a good place for that sort of a thing. Lovely. There are some bits, however, I've not quite figured out yet. Say, for example, yes, there are pumpkins up on the roof, meaning some people have figured out how to get up onto the roof of this here house, and I have not. Like, there's a ladder here. You can climb ladders, but that only gets me, up to the edge of the roof. It doesn't get me up top at all. So, yes, there are still many secrets to figure out and so many cocky pumpkins to look at. This This is just delightful. It's just a gigantic online, free if you want it to be, pumpkin carving contest. It's delightful and... okay. The Barn of Terror. Danger. Enter if you dare. Okay. I'm going to enter the Barn of Terror. I feel like it's not going to be, like, that scary because, here we go, a whole bunch of new pumpkins spawning in. Alright, we've got giant skeletons. We've got hands. It's just delightfully, you know, kitschy, campy Halloween goodness. Like, this game is not scary at all, but here's a fun old thing. Just in case you find it a bit too scary anyway, like, you know, you really like looking at pumpkins, but you don't enjoy any of the spookiness, like the spooky noises or the laughs or the music or whatnot. One, if you just go and tap these boxes, it turns off the soundtrack. Because this is not like, you know, supposed to be a supernatural event. It's supposed to be a spooky funhouse thing. So as a result of that, there are actual speakers playing the sound effects, which you can turn off if that's what you want to do. But arguably more delightfully, if you really want it to be not scary at all, anytime you want to, tap shift, and it just puts the game into day mode. And then there are no spooky effects, nothing whatsoever in fact. Okay, you're still blinking. There's like one spooky effect, but it's really not much at all. But yes, this does mean it's much harder to, you know, evaluate the pumpkins fairly, because they're not glowing from the inside during the day, which is delightful. Good slug. I like the slug with stars in the background. That's nice. Okay, can confirm, I have successfully survived the Barn of Terror. So, yes, the world's not like, you know, huge or anything. If you go up to these hills, that's like, you know, the edge of the universe right over there if you want to. There's all sorts of little bits and pieces you can climb up, explore, etc., etc., though... oh, hang on. I think I saw this mentioned in, yes, the patch notes for new stuff that's been added in this year. Because there is now a full-on ride you could go on inside this area, which is delightful. And, oh my goodness, the Keep Out Ogre sign from Shrek. That's delightful. Oh, here we go. The new stuff is, yes, over on this side of the level. So, we've got the Maze of Madness, Enter If You Dare, and on top of that, hang about. Ride may be too spooky for children under 10. Okay, if you're under 10, stop watching the video. This might get too scary for you. Oh, and that's not for nothing. There's definitely something moving in the distance, so okay. I'm going to wait right here on this bench, and we are going to go on the Hayride pickup ride, or whatever this is. Like, I'm going to be honest, we don't really make such a big deal out of Halloween in the UK. Like, the big, dumb, campy nonsense of US Halloween is spectacular, and I wish we had more of it. It's just delightful, so... okay, we got ourselves... it's a tractor being driven by a skeleton. Well, that's just cocky delightful, so... okay. Wait here to board the ride. Presumably. Okay, we're literally like, you know, hopping in at the back here. And being taken for a ride. So, alright, Mr. Skellington. Where are we going precisely? This will be, yes, the moment people just hop on. Whole bunch of lovely pumpkins just passing me by at the same time. So, okay. We're now going to go on the ride and see what, yes, is waiting for me as we do. There's just... other people dotted around too. Every other ghost is another person who's also just enjoying the festival, and this person has decided to... never mind. They were thinking about riding the ride with me, then they changed their mind. So, straight through here, and... oh my goodness. We're going into the Hayride of Horror right now, and based on the warning signs, this could be pretty bloody extreme. So... oh my goodness, there's proper tiny, like, fake animatronics that I think are possibly synced to the ride. So as we're going around, we're getting, like, you know, proper custom sound effects and animations and whatnot. So oh my goodness, is that David Blaine? That may have been David Blaine, I'm not sure. There's the Grim Reaper.
Hey champ, I'm gonna need you to work late tonight. Thanks for being a team player.
Alright, truly a horrifying middle management as well. There are pumpkins on the ride too. We've got various zombies. We've got aliens. If you want to, you can just, you know, hop off and enjoy looking at various bits and pieces. Floating things right there. Cute little thing right there. The witch's shadow. Couple of spooky eyes on the bed. But, hang about. Sorry, I'm being left behind here. I'm being left behind. And, oh... It's the big spooky finale with the heartbeat in my ears. If it gets too scary, don't worry, we can just make it day. Then it's not scary anymore, the heartbeat goes away. And, okay, I feel like you kind of cheated a bit if you do it during the day. Dear oh flippy dear. Whereas at night, congratulations, you survived the hayride of horror. And even better, as we reach the end of the ride to celebrate, there is in fact a skeleton party. So, okay, as we've got a skeleton party, hang on. I would say I am going to party with these lovely skeletons. This is just a really bloody lovely Halloween game, damn it. Oh, we've got a lovely negative space pumpkin at the back there, by the way. That's another yes, like, you know. Oh, it's a graveyard. A graveyard at the back of a pumpkin with the front being wide open. Oh, I love it. That one's getting a like. It's just a really lovely blend of, like, you know, people who've clearly got real artistic talent with people who are just doing nice versions of the classic jack-o'-lantern and people who, you know, clearly are not that gifted at art but are just here having a lovely time anyway. This is just magnificent, damn it. So, okay. We've got ourselves, yes, a giant pile of pumpkins. Would you believe in this pumpkin festival? We've done the ride, but there is also, yes, new this year, the Maze of Madness. But, hang about. No, I didn't mean to. Sorry. Because they put, yes, day to night on shift, I naturally hold down shift to sprint. There is no sprinting in this game. You just go really fast anyway. So, yes, just mosey on up the hill, enjoying various pumpkins as we go. It's just so delightful to have this bloody many pumpkins. And good Homer Simpson there. Excellent Homer Simpson. Right, so let's just clamber up to the top of the hill because, yes, I know there's a watchtower right here. A whole bunch of lovely pumpkins up here and, oh, hang on. Bloody hell, just go over to, oh, the maze is, it's bigger than I thought it was. Hang on, I can't see for the pumpkins. There's too many pumpkins in this pumpkin competition. This was the problem with the pumpkin competition. Oh, blimey, it's a lot of maze, actually. Right. That's, that could potentially be tricky. We need to make it to the tower, though. We need to make it to the tower. Alright, back down. Back down. There's no fall damage because I'm a ghost. I'm already dead. So, you know, what's the fall going to do to me, damn it? Right, back tonight, and we do have a map. And on top of that, study well. Ignorance is folly. Okay, this game's even got a good moral message, damn it. And apparently, yes, if we get stuck, the gnome will save me. We say the gnome will save me. Okay, I'm guessing the gnome just teleports you back to where I just got teleported to. So, okay. That there, the star, that's where we want to go. So, how do we get to, right. If we were to go, like, yeah, up and then around a bit. Like, yeah, up there, then down here to the junction at the bottom. Oh, this is going to be difficult to figure out, mind. I think if I take a left, like, you know, just go straight in at the start, follow this round here, then go, yeah, straight into the next, take the first available right, that will bring me to, yes, here, and then what I can do from there is go, yes, like the second right to go up here, straight on, and that should bring me to the tower. I say like I'm good to remember any of that, but okay. Based on what I was just saying, flashlight on, just go, yeah, down this path along the bottom. This should just, like, you know, curl me round with no options whatsoever until eventually I should be able to get to, yes, like an interchange. But the interchange, I just basically go straight through. So, yeah, curling. Knew that was going to happen. Then curling straight out. Then I think I was supposed to take the right, but I've already forgotten. Right. Then uncurling here. If I'm right, I should come out at, yes, a big junction with, like, so many options. And yes, I have. So, okay. In which case it was take the second right. This should bring me along the tower. Then I should be able to go, no, straight on. I think it was straight on. Follow that round to here, and there we go! My map reading turned out to be successful. This is probably a very, prestigious place to put one's pumpkins, given it is at the centre of a maze. Though one would reasonably assume, yes, the downside is they don't get as many likes. There's simply less people, who make it to the centre of the maze. So, right, tactical decision, I see. We've also got ourselves... Okay, I like the you did it pumpkin to celebrate people who got to the centre of the maze. That deserves likes, damn it. We've also got a lovely sexy skeleton right here. I beat the maze of madness, all I got was this t-shirt. This is just bloody delightful. Speaking of which, now I need to find a gnome, because I can't remember. There we go, there's a gnome. Good, there's gnomes everywhere. Okay, that's absolutely spectacular. Oh, bloody hell, that's a Majora's Mask pumpkin. That is, yes, Clocktown from Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, with the moon behind it, creating... Okay, well, that wins. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's getting the cocking award right now. Bloody hell, that's getting an award, and you deserve that many likes. That's an incredible pumpkin. Well done, a horribly agreeable pumpkin. I'm not sure how it picks them, by the way, but, yes, you also do get a selection of algorithmically selected pumpkins right next to where you spawn. Just like, give... that's a nice Dalek. That's a lovely Dalek, in fact. Good Bowser, too, liking all of this. So, yes, pumpkins just get a chance to be somewhere nice and central on occasion. That's nice. And yes, here we've got the town. This was here last year. Like, it used to be the bigger bit of the level. Now it's arguably the smaller, less interesting bit. Now there's, like, rides and mazes on the other side. So we've got pumpkins all over the shop. I should probably stop pointing them out, to be honest. Like, hopefully by this point you have figured out there are indeed pumpkins floating around. But here we go. Move up to, the top here. We've got some kind of, I don't know, like, demon sperm sort of creatures floating around here. And we can use the planks to get up to the roof atop. Careful, careful. There we go. Hidden pumpkins up top. Magnificent, though. Okay, there's no jump. This does raise the question, yes, how does one get on top of the rest of the buildings? Because I have definitely seen, hang on, let's just, loop around to this lovely big hill over on the edge of town over here. There are definitely pumpkins on top of this here giant building. So in which case, how precisely... Okay. Well, there are the mushrooms. The mushrooms, like, yes, make you small. So in which case, there's also... And how do we get to the... How do I get back out now? I'm kind of stuck because I'm tiny. No, seriously, how do I get out of here? Oh, hang on. I've got a jump. I didn't have a jump a second ago. Hang about. Normal ghosts don't get jump powers, but mini ghosts do, and it's... Oh, it's not a jump, it's flying. Okay. When you're small, you can fly. I think that mushroom turned me into, like, a fairy or something, though. Okay, by the looks of it, there may possibly be some form of way to, like, parkour your way up to the fire escape or whatnot. I'm not sure, so... Okay, once again, this is a high-risk location. Okay, you deserve a heart just because your entire contribution was just writing mom on a pumpkin. You get a like for that. Well done. Someone even gave you their award. That's very sweet and earnest, damn it. So, okay, while you're tiny, you can just fly around the level, enjoy being on the rooftops, and, okay, this feels like cheating if you take this to the maze. You shouldn't take this to the maze, okay? That would be very unethical maze traversal. Still, this does explain how people got on the roof of this house, yes. Okay, I've given out my award. I've been, inspired by all sorts of very clever, intelligent pumpkins. It's time for me to make my own contribution to this here pumpkin festival, and... Okay, when I was saying earlier how there are people who are like, good at carving traditional pumpkins and people who are good at creating really impressive art and some people who just aren't particularly artistically inclined at all, I belong to the latter group, so, okay, I'm going to feel very bad about the pumpkin I create. It's not good to be a good pumpkin. Okay, back to the main menu, and yes, a whole bunch of randomly generated pumpkins just drop onto this wagon right here. Though, if you don't like any of those, just like, go into, say, design your ghost, come straight back out again, and a new selection of pumpkins will be generated, though... Oh my goodness, that one is delightfully tiny. You know what? I'm going to take the incredibly tiny pumpkin. So, okay, if I want to... Right, cut there, cut there, cut there. If I want to, like, make a window, say, then how do I... There we go. So, okay, that's a window. And if I want to scrape... Ah, okay. If I keep scraping, though... No, I think it's just taking off the skin right there. So, okay, cut creates a hole. Scraping just adds, like, you know, the fine detail. Okay, I feel like in many ways, I've kind of, yeah, slightly... Oh my goodness, it's so tiny. It's so tiny, that's the tea light inside it. That's just adorable, I love it. So, okay. Okay, undo all that. Back to where we were. What I want to do is, like, you know, do that super awesome thing that people are doing with their pumpkins. Where we, like, create, you know, 3D art. I am nowhere near talented enough to create 3D art. Put the lights on. What we want to do, yeah, first up is just open up the pumpkin using one nice, simple heptagon right here. Lovely. How do people create stuff at the back if you can't wait? Okay, if I do this at the back. That doesn't shine through, so... Oh, bloody hell. Would I have to, like, cut in reverse if that's what I want to? Oh, this is not good to end well. How on earth do people make brilliant art with this? This is just... It's a large knife and a spatula. Okay, logically, if I wanted, say, to have an MHN pumpkin, where the MHN is in the rear, then what I'd need to do would be cut it out in order to... No, hang on, I need to go back to the festival to figure out how people did this. Oh, yeah, that's exactly it. It's not like you're actually, you know, cutting out big chunks. It's just cutting out little bits piece by piece, because by the looks of it, yes, gravity doesn't matter. Floating bits are fine. Then you add a fine detail to the front using the scraper. So, right, you've got, like, absence, skin, and scraped skin. 3 textures on the front. The rear has got to be either presence or absence. Gotcha. Okay, back to a very small pumpkin, alright? This one will do the job very nicely. It's a tiny bit bigger than, yes, what we had before. It's bigger than an apple bare minimum. So what I want is, yes, MHN in the rear. But that means what I'm going to have to do is carve it mirrored. Right? Oh, bloody hell. My brain does not deal well with stuff like that. So, right, I might be about to create, like, you know, an NTAM pumpkin or something. Because this might go wrong. So, okay. We need an M. Okay, just as long as we get to M and A, and then T and N, then this should work out fine. Right? The problem is... Okay, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm not really that confident I can recreate the MHN logo. Like, I'm not sure I know my own font well enough to recreate it. So, okay, we'll give it a go. This is going to be fine. There's a flat bit at the top. Alright. Then the dip. There's definitely flat bits down bottom. But then it goes to, like, a V in the middle. Is there a flat bit at the bottom? I think there might be. Then U to U. That doesn't look bad, though I feel like we're also... Oh, hang on. No. We're eating a lot of space very quickly here. The A, I think, is pretty standard. But yes, definitely with a flat bit at the top. Like, I'm trying to remember the MATN logo by memory right now. And I know there's definitely flat bits all over it, though. Oh, hang on. That would get rid of... I kind of want that to be a... You know, a thing there. How would we get around that? Okay, we're just going to have to make do without that. The T, I think, is just pretty standard. It's like a T. There's only so much you could do with a T. Okay. To you, right. M-A-T. Okay, now this is where it gets tricky. All these letters so far are just, you know, symmetrical. The N, I'm going to need to deliberately get backwards, right? So it needs to be like that. So when we spin it round, it's right. Is that right? Yeah, it's going to be like that. So it's right when we actually... Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is all going to be fine. So... Here. Then down. I think it's a bit narrow, isn't it? Yeah, to here. Then to here. Up to here. That looks sort of right-ish. And now, okay, the problem is I need to rotate this around in such a way as it's now... It's about right. Okay, that's good. That seems good as a starting point. You know, we can always undo it, so it's fine. Right, just try, yes, hacking out the front and just check how this looks as a starting point. We'll undo this in a second and... Okay, wait. Put the light on. I mean, it says METN. Honestly, we're ahead of where I thought we were going to be. But no, undo that, because yes, what I think we need to do, in fact, is, if it's at all possible, I'm going to have, yeah, an open front, but featuring an egg box motif to the cutout section. So it's like, you know, a double MATNA. Let's just get to you, round to here, buddy. Just try and go with the... No, there we go, there we go, there we go. So it's around to here. Use this as a guide. That's pretty good. So yeah, we kind of go to here. And then we want to kind of like, you know, have the egg carton coming out a bit. Alright, and then we just want to have one nice egg right there. One nice egg times 2. That egg's bigger. Eggs aren't always the same size. That's legit. And then one comparable egg to the previous one. Because, like, you know, then it's at least a bit symmetrical. Round to here. Round to here. Round the outside. No, 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 no. No, no, no. It's fine. Yes. Go. And... I mean, it kind of looks more like a chimney, I will give you. But, like, there is an element to which you could argue that is an egg carton with an MATN behind it. Kind of. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this pumpkin into the festival. And now what I'm allowed to do is place it in any location where currently there is no pumpkin. Because they can't just be anywhere. They've got to be, you know, a predefined location. But, I mean, let's be honest. There are many, many, many predefined locations. Like, this is 85% of the server being full, apparently. So, yes, there are still many, many more floating around. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go and hide my pumpkin. And I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm just going to leave it somewhere in this server so you can come and find it if you want to do so. And when I say this server, yes, the way the game does that is they're called alternate universes. So, yes, there's the classic world, the cool world, mysterious world, etc, etc. The default is the classic world, and that's where it's gonna be hidden. I am now one of what is apparently 3,835 pumpkins submitted this season, which is... oh, that's just delightful. This is a delightful thing that comes back every year. I absolutely love it. So, link in the description below. You can get this for free if that's what you want. But if you think it's worth it, if you want to tip the creator, then you can wear a fancy hat. And somewhere in the main server, my pumpkin is waiting for you to find. That spot I put it in is now reserved exclusively for my pumpkin this season. So, okay, we've got an interactive video, which is just delightful, to suit a delightful game. Well worth a look, I would say. A lovely Halloween treat, and yes, you know what? I do visit this every year, so we may well be back next year as well, depending on, you know, how much new stuff gets added in 2024. We shall flipping see. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the lovely Ghost Town Pumpkin Festival. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Oh, also, apparently you've either got a girlfriend or a daughter. Hopefully
That's
a girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
Really, hopefully a girlfriend. No! Stop walking around! Just stay still! Just stay still!
I don't know!
Stop doing laundry! There we go! How are you so bad at escaping from prison?